Oh, hey there. Hey there, beautiful followers. Oh my gosh. It's been a while. And today I'm feeling like I want to be a little bit more personal because that's something I've noticed I sometimes struggle with in my own life is being vulnerable and being open about my own experiences. I love to share wisdom and knowledge that I collect over my life so that others may benefit from it, but sharing from like a personal space for me is like, oh, it's like deep breaths, meditations, and but that's what I want to do today since we have a moon Pluto conjunction going on right now in Sagittarius, and the moon is basically our feelings, our deepest sentiments, our sensitivities, our needs, our security. It's that inner space of us that tells us if we're safe or not, if we feel nurtured or not, if we have our needs met or not. And it's also about the sort of like the subjective element of life where Venus, for example, is more about our senses and like our sensorial perception of life and all the like neurochemicals and delicious feelings that it associates with. But the moon is like more of our subjective experience, like what we make out of our external reality, how we transmute that into our internal reality, and how that feels to us, like the subjective feeling. Like, this makes me feel good, I feel safe now. It's a deeper feeling than the more superficial, transient states of Venus, although the moon is also very transient in her effects on us. And now she's conjunct Pluto, which is the planet of everything that has to do with basically returning to our soul's essence, in the sense that this world, when we come into this world as souls, we forget. It's like we come in and then we forget that we're one with that we're just light, that we're just light having a human experience, light and darkness, which is funny because when I started filming this video, I didn't like the way this looked. It was like, oh my god, why is one side of my face sunny and the other's like super dark? And then I realized that that was exactly what the point was. Like, we're just a dance of shadow and light playing with itself. We have so much love, so much beauty, so much joy and light to give, but sometimes the shadow, the darkness, the confusion, which is also a part of the human life, can come in the way of that. And this moon is highlighting some of our deepest fears. And because the moon is conjunct with Pluto in Sagittarius, this is about our dreams, about our vision, about our beliefs, like what do we want reality to look like. That Sagittarius is all about having like a vision, an aim. Like, literally, that's why it's the centaur with his bow and arrow, always in seeking the next destination, seeking the next conquest, seeking the next. It's also about seeking wisdom. Sagittarius is a sign of life wisdom. It's not the wisdom of Gemini, where it's more like Gemini is more about knowledge, where it's like reading a bunch of things and studying and synthesizing information that's already been sort of like transcribed by another person, so that's what we call like books and stuff. But Sagittarius is about that first person experiencing of life. It's where you're on your own adventure, and that is what creates your wisdom. It's not something you can find in a book. Sagittarius is about connecting, communing with the natural world in constant pursuit of our own heart's desires. So the fire signs in general are about conquering, about following, about desiring. It's Mars, it's also Venus, and it's also Jupiter. It's like desiring to make the most out of your reality. And of course it's the sun in Leo, which is the ego, which is like the desire to shine your brightest light on this planet that you could possibly shine, because that's the way that God made you, and that's the way that he intended us to be, is to be our most brilliant lights in this world. And that's what Leo reminds us of. But coming back to Sagittarius is all about chasing your dreams. So this moon Jupiter conjunction right now, sorry, Pluto conjunction, is all about remembering our heart's true desires. Remembering also like the fear around that, because Pluto does highlight fear, because Pluto wants us to transform. Whatever Pluto's highlighting in the night sky is an area in our life that needs to be transformed, or an area of our psyche. So this is like subconscious beliefs, because Sagittarius does rule belief, and Pluto rules the underworld. So it's about our subconscious beliefs that are holding us back from believing that the dreams that we have in our lives are possible, that they are realizable. And I have good news, because the moon is full. She's in her full phase right now, which means she's like at her max potential. So we're feeling these things like really high right now. She's gonna crash. She's now into Pluto, which is a heavy hitter. She's going to move on from Pluto, Sagittarius, and crash into Saturn and Capricorn, where Saturn is strongest, which we've been feeling. You know, guys, the struggles we're all going through them. Like, I don't know, I know some people don't talk about it, including me. Like, it's more difficult for us to like open up about it, because it's like we're already like, oh my god, I'm drowning in here with myself, you know, like trying to like make it for ourselves. But like everyone's going through it right now, and this is Saturn's at its strongest. This is gonna be for a few years, but it's in our best interest, because there have been some things in our lives that we needed to clean up. There have been some changes that we needed to make. There have been some responsibilities that we have been avoiding, to our hearts, to ourselves, to our birthright as children of this earth that deserve to have beautiful and joyful embodied lives. And anything that was holding us from being happy, being fulfilled, feeling accomplished, which is what Saturn is about. Like, if we don't feel like we're truly accomplishing what we came to do here, if we're not feeling like we're fulfilling our soul's purpose in some way, like in some area of our life is not aligned with that, then this is the time that's going to get like fixed up real fast, if we allow ourselves to move beyond the fears, if we allow ourselves to challenge some of our belief systems and feel what it means to let go of those, feel what it means to change those, feel what they were doing for us in the first place. And that's the only way that we can transmute something, is by accepting it first, accepting that our previous beliefs were protecting us, were serving a purpose to keep us safe, but we're realizing that we need to step out of our comfort zones, and that we need to take that leap, because we need to honor our heart. And Sagittarius is leading the way to our hearts. It's by honoring our dreams, by never giving up on our dreams, and doing whatever it takes to align ourselves with our dreams and to take the steps needed, which is Saturn. Full moon in Capricorn with Saturn. It's all about, guys, it's all about taking the steps, taking action, setting the plan into motion. Saturn is like, okay, we've seen it, we've dreamt it, we've realized, we've imagined it, we've spoken it, we've thought it, we've felt it. Now it's time to do it. Now it's time to do it. It's time to take the step. It's like with the moon, with a full moon, it's like you're almost left with no choice. You're seeing it, you're feeling it, we're feeling it, we're feeling how real it, it is possible. Like our dreams are possible. We're feeling it, we're feeling that it's possible. There's a lot of fear, definitely with Pluto. With Pluto, and pretty sure the North Node is entering Scorpio. Has entered Scorpio, is in Scorpio. So, sorry, the South Node. So we're definitely letting go of a lot of fear, guys. A lot of fear is letting me. It's good. It's beautiful. We're in a beautiful process of transmutation, and I just want you guys. I just want you guys to know, keep going. Keep going, and realize that astrologically, this is intense. This is heavy, but it's in our best interest. It's like we're shedding dead skin. We're shedding dead skin. We're shedding lots of dead skin right now, and underneath resides a beautiful butterfly waiting to bloom and to be reborn and to fly and to be free, to fly off into our destiny, which is the light. It's always the light. It's the light of creation, the light that resides in all of us. So that's my full moon message for you guys. A little bit personal. Oh, I didn't really say though what I'm going through now. Well, my dream, my dream is to travel the world while in pursuit of ancient, sacred knowledge and honing my own wisdom in the process. And I want to basically study under shamans. I want to study under masters. I want to learn from masters. I want to learn from our elders, from our ancestors. I want to learn from the lands, from the plants, from the stars. And I want to discover anything that can help me shine my brightest light and be of service to the world in sharing whatever I encounter, whatever I know will help others the way it helped me. And or hope, no, trust that it will help those who need it, and just keep growing myself and keep fighting for my dream. That's why I've been very protective of my energy for the past year or so, because I was nurturing the seeds of my dreams. And sometimes for that we need to withdraw, we need to take time to ourselves, and we need to find the silence, the stillness, the trust, the love within our hearts. We're all just walking the path of the heart. This life is about remembering what it is that our heart desires, and ways that we can look at that is by looking at what we were doing as children. What was I doing as a child? I was collecting seashells, collecting bottle caps, collecting coins, collector archetype strong. I was always in nature, always outside, playing with plants and trees and flowers, herbalist, and connecting with them, talking to them, shaman. And I was swimming a lot, mermaid, swimming a lot, snorkeling, connecting with the sea. The beach is definitely my favorite place in the world. I love where the coast meets the land, or the sea meets the land, the coasts. And so I'm right now in Brazil, and my dream is to bike up the coast of Brazil and stop in every place that I feel called to stop, and sleep outside in nature with a tent and be free and be happy, which is our birthright. And it triggers a lot of fears, a lot of things I have to let go of, a lot of ideas I had about how my life should be, and now I'm remembering what it could be. Thanks to those fuckers up there. Especially that one. Solaris. The light of the Father. The truth. The truth is always in the sun. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. And remember that your dreams are always within the realm of possibility. That what you feel is possible is possible. If you can imagine it, it's possible. Now Saturn is going to show us what we need to let go of, what we need to embrace to make it possible. Some very practical the most Capricorn Saturn, so practical, efficient. That's it. It's time to be efficient. Peace.